You guys! Hello, hi. It is me still. Yes, art stream, art stream. Yes. You know, typically around this time, I am going to, I'm at work. But as it turns out, my COVID test still has not come back. So I can't go to work just yet. So I had to stay home today. So that, you know, I prevent the spread. You know, I don't want to be the reason somebody else gets sick. So, yes, art stream, it's true, it's true. Except now it's the daytime. It's the daytime. I'm hoping that my test comes back at some point throughout the stream, but it has not yet. Because I'm gonna try, if it comes back negative, I'm gonna go to work tonight instead. But I really need money, you guys. I really need money. So I'm hoping that the test comes back so I can actually go back to work. Hi, AJ. Hello. Also, it's still me. We're wearing a Figment hoodie. I was kin assigned Monty from FNAF, so now I'm wearing a hoodie that actually has like that kind of stomach. Except this one's got ears. If I could pull this up, I've actually got like horns on this one. But we're not putting the horns up for today. We're not putting the horns up. We're not doing that right now, alright? I can't handle the horns at the same time. It's true. I've got all my work clothes literally sitting on my bed behind me. Like, I am ready to go in and make money. Oh, yeah, you tested positive? Yeah, I am waiting for my test results to come back. I really hope they're negative because I need to make money. But, I have no idea how it's gonna turn out. I've been wearing my mask around my house. The only reason I'm not right now is because I'm in my room with my door closed. But, yeah, it's not fun, But anyway, you guys, hold on. You wanna see what we've been working on? You ready? We've got the _beloveds. We have been working on these guys for quite some time. Well, quite some time as in I've started working on them yesterday and I simply just I haven't stopped thinking about it. So we're going to continue working on this drawing, which I did finish Tubbo. He's right there. There's the Tubbo art that I finished. Although, I think I turned the shadows off. There you go. There's the shadows. Which makes it look more complete. But there's Tubbo. But now we're working on this one. We're working on this. Yep. Yeah, by the way, if I ever just, like, look down, it's probably me refreshing my email. Because they're supposed to email me my results, and they haven't yet, which is not fun for me. Who would like to know? I have never read that one. I've seen people talk about it, but I have never read it. Hold on. Let's go back to the picture of the child so that I can get some of this picture correct. There you go. There we go. And we're gonna continue working on making this jacket for Michael. Because that's where we left off last night, was we were still working on getting some of these lines correctly. I'm also trying to do this piece without having to, a COVID-free hug. Good. I'd hope that you aren't spreading COVID through the internet. I've read Passerine, so, I know a thing or two about sad. Although I didn't cry during Passerine, and every single time I say that, people tell me I'm broken. Like, I know, but, like... There's that. There's that. I'm trying to get... Some of these lines are actually darker than I'm drawing them. Passerine is really, really good. Actually, hold on. So I know a lot of you guys are actually fairly new, so you haven't seen it before. But this, the mask I wear, I painted. I hand-painted it. It's a Passerine mask, so for anybody who's read it, there's the rose, and then that's a sword. But yeah, that's the mask I wear. Yep, and then the other thing that not many people know is I actually own a printed copy of Passerine. I made this cover. It's not for sale. It was a personal print job that I had done, but it's like, it's the book. Yes. Hi, hello. But I'm good, Charlie. I'm good. We're still waiting on my test results, so I'm streaming in the meantime, where we're drawing Michael at the moment. Well, we're getting his jacket in order. There's that. There's that. There's that. There's that. Also, today my voice doesn't hurt as bad, so I can actually, like, talk more. Yeah, he very much needs a jacket. He very much he's also from the Nether, so, like, he needs something a little bit thicker because his body definitely would not be well adjusted to any sort of nether temperature. Hi, Laurel. Laurel, we're drawing your recommendation. Non-angst. They're just building a snowman. He really did. He did. From the warmest to the coldest. Although technically I'm not sure it's the quote-unquote coldest, but but still. He went from somewhere very, very warm to immediately somewhere very cold. There's that. There's that. And I'm trying to, as you can see, I'm doing it the way I always do, where I have lines for a while, and then I go and I do all the details. Antarctic. I always call it the Antarctic community, because it's not the Empire, because the Empire was from SMP Earth. But it's like, it's still Phil and Techno, and so I was like, oh, that's cool. That's awesome. I love a good SMP. So I call it the Antarctic community, because it's kind of like a low-grade Antarctic Empire. You know? There's that. We're just... I don't know how to... I don't know how to do this. Also me literally has a picture right next to me, so I know how to do it. This is... That's exactly what he did. That's exactly what he did, and he should stand by it. There's that. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna turn off this really quick. I mean, you can draw me with a mushroom hat if you want. If you want to give me a mushroom hat, go for it. Your mushroom hat, true thing. I mean, I don't think my character would really wear one, but unless it was like a costume or something. If you make it look like a beanie, it'd be kind of accurate, though. Because my character wears a beanie. That is true. If you stream and you do want to join an SMP, you could do. It works well with the design. Okay. Technically speaking, my character does wear a hat, so it's not completely out of the question. Pit Crew is kind of like an avatar generator app. That's probably the best way to describe it. It's like for kind of custom character stuff. It's kind of cool. I messed with it in the past. I'm trying to not have to use the blender because I use it too much, and so I'm attempting to not use it. There's that. There's that. Oh, that's interesting, Charlie. That's very interesting. There's something on my iPad screen, so I had to make sure it was, in fact, not on the drawing. It was not. There's that. There's that. Come on. There's that. Okay, we're just gonna do that. I really am just trying to make this look good. There's that. I'm just erasing some of these edges to give it a little bit more of a crisp edge. Yeah, Pit Crew is pretty cool. I've definitely used it quite a bit in the past. I'm trying to figure out if that looks alright. Let's see. Let's check my email again. Every 15 minutes I'm going to check. I'm not going to lie to you guys. No email. Yep, no email. Okay. We'll check. Well, we're going to check in 10 minutes so that I can do it every 15 within the hour, you guys. That's what we're going to do. Okay. Going back here. Alright, going to the dark. That's the eraser, which I don't want to use. Thank you so much for the follow. I hope you're doing well and taking care of yourself. Thank you for the follow. You're so kind. Thank you for the support. I sound like Mickey Mouse sometimes. I've come to realize. Sometimes I just sound like Mickey Mouse. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to everybody who ever... There we go. There's this. Yes, welcome to stream. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the follow. Yes, hello. Hello. We are currently shading Michael. Well, I kind of do things a little bit weird in my drawings. I don't know if anybody here draws all that often, but a lot of people will do like a base color and then go in with like all their shading and stuff. I kind of complete one section and then just move on, which I don't know if that's like bad art practice, but that's just how I do it. I'm kind of... Am I a loose cannon? There's that. Hi, Moira. I hope you're doing well. There's that. There's that. That's fair. Shading is kind of hard when you're first starting, but it's definitely something that as you learn how to do it, it gets easier. When I did my first like big piece like this, so my first piece I did like this. I do have to do this just because there is something that is a secret project in here that I can't show on stream. Yep, there's that. When I did so this was my first big piece right here, right? When I started this, I did not know how to shade or do fabric at all. I actually ended up having, Whiskey, who I don't know if any of you know who that is, actually came in and, helped me figure out how to do some of this fabric. Kind of explaining more to make sure I had a reference photo and like make sure that I was looking at that instead of actually focusing on the shadows itself, instead focusing on the reference photo so I could look at those kind of colors and making sure that things were good from in that perspective rather than focusing on getting the fabric and then the shadow. Which I don't know if like me explaining that makes any sense. It makes sense in my head. I'm just not sure if it makes sense out loud. But yes. But yeah, but now I can kind of do fabric now. I've realized, because I think I was focusing too much on it being like shaded. Hi, chair. I think I was just focusing too much on it being shade and not enough focusing on it just being a slightly different color. That I just was like psyching myself up to not be able to do it. You know? But now it's like I just kind of do it and it's not anything I'm like concerned about. There's that. There's that. The cat kiss. I love cat kiss so much. There's that. I feel like my drawings have been improving a lot, so maybe I should start practicing shading more. Definitely. Definitely. The only way you're really going to get better is just by practice. It's the only reason I still am like doing art is just because it's like I've just practiced a bunch and now I feel I'm kind of in a spot where it's like I don't necessarily look at my art and immediately hate it, because it used to be I would make art and I just hated it because I thought it looked so bad. But I've actually kind of hit a spot where I draw and I'm like, you know what, maybe I am actually a little bit proud of this. Which I feel like is a very healthy relationship to have with your art. Hi, Sam. I hope you're doing well today. There's that. There's that. We're just gonna do that. We're gonna grab this lighter color really quick. Just get some more shade up here. There's that. There's that. a relationship with art. My relationship with art is completely parasocial. My art cannot love me. 100% true. 100% true. Yeah, some people just don't like it, and that's fine. I love drawing. It is definitely something that I've always enjoyed doing. And I've definitely, because I sit and I practice, I've definitely gotten better over time, which helps. Has helped my relationship with art. For a very long time, I was very kind of upset with it because of a lot of stuff, but man, an image can't love. Normally I don't know how to draw arms and legs, but now I'm starting to figure out how to do it and starting to look nice. Yeah, see, a lot of it is practice and just figuring out, you know, what you want to do. I encourage anybody who wants to draw and maybe just hasn't started, just to start. It's not going to look the best at first, but you don't have to make it perfect to start. That's the good part about art, is it's so different based on the person. I love how different a bunch of different art pieces like show up. I love a bunch of different artists who have like crazy different styles, and I love that. I love that you can have a bunch of different looks with art. I just love it. Hands are incredibly hard to draw. That's actually why I went through and all of them have mittens, because I was like, I'm not drawing hands. I'm not drawing hands. So I'm not. I will not be drawing hands. You can't make me. Alright, we're just gonna go in with this lighter color. There's that. You're good! You're good, Moth. Don't worry. Don't worry about it being late. You know? I kind of didn't really announce this stream, and a lot of times I do try to announce stream before I go live. But I didn't this time. I pulled a sneaky. There's that. Give one of them hands? No. Oh, yeah, Laurel. Both of them have amazing art styles. Like, incredible. Thank you for the follow, Rambo Fangirl 3. Thank you for the follow. You're good, Moth. You're good. Even if you were a little bit late, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You've still got a while. Oh, hold on. Email check. Email check. Come on. Refresh. No email. No email. Hi. Hello. I hope you're doing well. Yes. Pride Village when? It depends. I've been trying to work out some of the stuff still. I still am in a debate of whether or not I should reskin that part that will look definitely copied now that a new game is out. Are you in the Pride Village lore? I think so. You miss Milo? That's valid. That's valid. There's actually going to be, within Demon SMP, there will be, connections to Pride Village. Fun fact. There will be connections between the two. Sam, of course you're in the lore. You're the horse keeper. You do have to stream to be on the SMP. Even there is two people who don't stream who are on, but they have a set of rules they have to follow in order to be on. Do you want to explain? Okay, so I can explain some of the lore really quick, in case it's not super known. So obviously within Pride Village, so for anybody who isn't aware, Pride Village is a mega build that is a village that every single house is based on a different identity within the LGBTQ plus community. So it is a very, it's a pretty big build. It's very large. But there is a story that goes on. So essentially, my character, who is Pride Village Demon, is the builder of this village, and they slowly notice that these houses that she is building, the houses she's building, are slowly being filled with people she can't see. Thank you for the follow, Rex. I hope you're doing well today. And so as these houses get filled, she notices that there are some books that are starting to appear, and these books are signed and being written by people within the village, all of which are people she can't see or understand, or she's not around. So reasonably, she goes to a house, the gender fluid house, to a person named Milo, who happens to be writing that he doesn't really feel like he has a purpose within Pride Village. Everybody in this village has a purpose or a hobby or something that keeps them tied to the village, and Milo just feels disconnected. And so Demon, my character, wrote him a book that basically was saying, I don't know you. I built your house. Is there any way I could set up some time to meet you, or, we could just talk or whatever? And Milo responds and is like, okay. And so they arrange a time to meet, and when they go to meet, they don't. He doesn't show up, and despite him claiming to have been there the entire time, he didn't show up. And so they can't meet. Yes, Milo beloved. Yes. And so they kind of realize that there is something holding them from being able to meet. And they are trying to slowly figure it out. And as this is going on, Demon continues to build up the village. And Milo tells Demon about this festival coming up. As, Demon finds more people, nobody else responds. Everybody kind of thinks that Demon is, not real. But Demon finds out about this festival called, it's supposed to celebrate, the Age of Chaos. And so, reasonably, she's like, WTF is the Age of Chaos, right? And so she goes to the library that she's built in everybody's favorite place, the Acement, which is the place that is designed around a bunch of the identities under the asexual, aromantic umbrella. Yes, Peppa did come back. Peppa's one of the horses there. Peppa the pig. She finds in the library of the Acement that there is a book that supposedly is the history of Pride Village. Thank you so much for the follow. I hope you are Blue Wig Jack Manifold. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Interesting username. Thank you for the follow. And so she finds this supposed history book that when she goes to read, she finds out, basically says that Pride Village just appeared. And so she's like, I know for fact this isn't true. I know 100% certainty this is not real. Because she built the village, and so she goes and she finds out that supposedly Pride Village appeared at this time period called the Age of Chaos, which is essentially when the sun kind of started blinking in and out, where it would go from dark to light, like, repeatedly, and it caused the world to kind of shift and break and not have a good time, is basically what the world was going through. When the darkness split off from the sun, Pride Village appeared. And so they're celebrating this festival to represent some sort of anniversary over the Age of Chaos, and that is basically where we left off, was Milo's trying to get Demon into the history book, and the festival for the Age of Chaos is beginning. But that's where I left off, to make room for some other stuff in my stream schedule. Yes. But it's been highly requested. Oh, yeah, Carter is dating Milo. He did kind of, hello, Eggland Soup. Carter did kind of brute force his way into dating Milo. That is true. That is very true, actually. But we kind of left off there. And now there's a weird spot where, part of the plans I had, in which if you kind of listen to what I said, you got back from your school and finals. Nice. Hope they all went well. There's a part of it where, there's a part of it where it's like, if you pick it up on anything I've said, you may kind of understand a little bit of why I'm trying to possibly rework some of the stuff in here. Because Pride Village has been worked on since June of last year. And a lot of the storyline has been pre-planned since last year. But there's a game that recently came out that kind of is a little bit too similar to part of my plot to really to use. In which, if you picked up on part of what I said, you may be able to kind of piece together what game it is, but I'm not going to say it, just because in the off chance you guys get it, it does kind of spoil, a little bit of what I want to do. And one of the bigger plot points that I had been working on revealing slowly and, like, in a nice, fun way. And now I'm sitting there and I'm like, can I even reveal this without looking like I'm fully just copying? Oh, your Wi-Fi died for a second. That happens. that happens. That is true, Sam, that is. The first I remember. It's back, we didn't have too many people around then, but you were there for almost every single Pride Village. That is very, very true. One of our first Pride Village residents. There we go. There we go. Yeah, you were also there sometimes, Chair. That's very true. I do need to go back to Pride Village. I do have the save. Obviously, I wouldn't delete it, but I've been meaning to go back, but I definitely need to try to figure out where I'm going right now. Yeah, I used to do Pride Village all the time. Like, I was like borderline obsessed with it. In a good way. I just wanted to keep building on it. Didn't really want to stop. You know, that grind can't stop. What's the connection between Pride Village and the Demon SMP? I don't know. Don't know, can't say. Can't say. There's that. I was there like every stream before I went to the stable. Yep. It's true. Chair, if you want to. If you want to, you could. But if you really want, I could DM you part of the connection to Pride Village. Because, you know, you would need access to, you know, at least some of the lore. There's that. How do we feel about that jacket? Too much? Oh, it's been another 15 minutes, you guys. It's been another 15 minutes. Hold on. We've got to check the email again. Yeah, I can let you know, Chair. I will let you know. Hold on. Hold. I know. Someone said that they wanted him to look like the Michelin Man, and I was like, that's funny, and then I made him look like the Michelin Man. Okay. I think that's good for the jacket. I think that's good for the jacket. I'm going to make his little head now. We're going to make his little head, which means I need to turn, not that one on. I'm going to turn this one on. Yeah, that looks good. That looks pretty good, I'll say. Alright, we're just going to do this. I'm going to do an outline first. We're gonna do that. There's that. Okay, we've got that. There's that. There we go. He looks like Toriel / Paz. Yes. I always kind of envisioned him like kind of a little... Thank you so much for the follow, by the way. Thank you. I don't know. I can't describe the way I like envision him, but I feel like a lot of people draw him kind of not like ugly. Is he licking this? No, it's his tusk, because part of his design is he's got the little tusk. Which I'm coloring this in pink right now. It's not gonna stay pink. I just need the outline. Thank you, thank you. Hold on, let me turn on the outline really quick so you can actually see what I'm doing. There's the full piece at the moment. We're working on coloring Michael. Yes, yes. Snowblem. That's exactly what this is. exactly what it is. There's that. This art is very... Thank you. Thank you. That's not the one I want. Those. There's that. Thank you. Thank you, Whiskey. Thank you. Oh god, I messed it up. Hold on. This needs to be better. There's that. The shading on the snowman looks satisfying. It was an attempt. That's what it was. I did actually put some orange in it to kind of make it look like there was some sun. Also, I did not make the bandana yet. I definitely skipped the bandana. I actually want this to be a little bit darker on this edge. I'm also gonna erase this just a little bit. Also, Whiskey, you'll be proud to know I did this whole jacket without blending at all. I did it without blending. I did not use the blend tool. I know. I know. I'm very impressive like that. Very impressive. It took a lot. Mentally, physically. I'm really trying to do this whole piece without blending, and it's a test. It's very much testing me. I want to blend everything I do, but I'm like, no, I've gotta try to do it without blending. Oh god. Oh god. I'm really hoping that this turns out, because this is definitely not how I typically draw. I do have to... Thank you. Thank you. I knew you would be proud. Also, I have about 4 reference pictures I'm going off of for this. I've really just increased in my skill, I'd want to say. I'm going all over the place. I have learned. There's that. We're just gonna do this. You attempted multiple times. Yeah, that's fair. Hair can be kind of difficult. I honestly have no idea how I'm gonna do this hair, because I always use blending for hair. Like, that's how I get the texture to look the way it does, as I blend it. So I have no idea how I'm gonna do this at all. This is about to look probably cursed. I know, but I said I wasn't gonna rely on the blend tool. And that's how I get the hair texture. I might still have to blend for hair, but I'm gonna try to. You believe in me. Thank you. Thank you. That's fair. I mean, valid. That's valid. Oh, God. Okay. We gotta get this a little bit harsher right here. There's that. There's that. Although I've realized that I actually kind of appreciate layering with colors to get the color I want. I know. I'm a changed person. You know. Not using Untitled brush for everything. It's really just great. I've realized that it's actually, I kind of have a lot of fun with just layering colors. I need this a little darker. There's that. Yes, I'm improving. Half of this is just because it's like I want to figure out faster methods. Untitled brush did have a good run. I still use it sometimes. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Sometimes I still miss Untitled brush and I go back to it. I just miss my Untitled brush at 65%. I miss it sometimes, alright? That is fair. I've noticed that this is going a bit faster now that I'm not sitting there and trying to blend everything to make it look perfect. Hold on, we need this again so I can give a little bit more detail here. I don't know how I'm supposed to draw this pig face though, so this could look very cartoony. There's that. Also, my Tubbo doesn't really look like Tubbo, but that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I think people will understand that it's him. Look, I think they'll understand, right? Right. Rambo looks like my character Rambo design, so that doesn't matter too much. That doesn't matter too much. Pig face. There's that. Okay, we're gonna go in again. I actually probably should get a color like one darker. Rambo in the snow, true. Rambo in the snow, real. There's that. I also should probably put some green on Michael's skin because he's a zombie pigman, not a normal one. Little kids do be looking cartoonish occasionally. That's true. That is true. Everybody learns at a different pace, so you don't have to worry about your art looking different than mine. Everybody learns differently. There's that. I personally think that this is turning out alright. Oh god. He's a pig. I don't know how to... I don't even have... I do have a stuffed pig. I don't have a picture of it. I also don't know if he's in my room. His name is Hamlet. He's a Webkinz. Can you believe I named a pig Hamlet? How messed up was I as a child? I love him though, so it doesn't matter. I named that pig Hamlet in like 2nd grade. Did you know I also own all 37 of Shakespeare's plays? Not once, not twice, but 3 times. I have 3 different variations of books with all of his plays in them. Can you tell I'm an English major? I am simply so cracked at English. I could show you. They're over on my shelf. They're really big copies though, because it's 37 plays. Also, Shakespeare, by the way, he very much, if you ever read any of his plays, never take that man seriously. Thank you so much for the follow. I hope you're doing well. Never take that man seriously. It's just dirty jokes and old-timey language. He's like, here's a tragedy, but they're gonna talk about cum for 15 minutes. Welcome! I hope you're doing well. I'm sorry that you had to enter in on that part of the conversation. Thank you. Thank you. There's definitely an attempt to make this as good as possible. I'm gonna get this a little darker around the edges. There's that. There's that. Same. I don't know what my nickname on Chatterino is. I don't. Based on the emote you sent, though, I'm kind of afraid. Okay. Okay. I've not given anybody nicknames on Chatterino because I simply don't know how to give Actually, no, I do know how to give nicknames. I'm too lazy to. There's that. There's that. I'm gonna give him some little bumps on his nose. Because pigs, their snouts are not completely soft all the time. We're just gonna do this, and this, and this. There we go. Look at that. Yes, yes, please. Please send me a link. I would like access to your brushes. Give link. I will take the custom brushes. I do have some custom brushes on here, but they're all taken from other people. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. Yeah, so the custom brushes I have on here are part of Brush Boys, which I've moved some of these around, but they have kind of weird names. So there's Flat as a French Fry, Smooth Like Butter, Old Woman in the Woods, I Like It Rough, that one, Decisiveness, Just an Airbrush, and then there was also... I don't know where I put the other ones. These are other ones that I have, but there's more in here that I just don't know where I moved them to. But, yeah. But yes. I know, I follow a lot of artists on TikTok, and so a lot of the artists I do follow in other places, are people I've found through TikTok. And so, there was one of the artists, someone was like, hey, can you post the brushes that you use? I really like the way your art looks. And so some people will post like, oh, like I use X brush. So like, for instance, one of the artists I follow uses Inkbleed a lot, which is why I have Inkbleed in here. But then past that, there was somebody who was like, oh yeah, here's the file of all the ones that I use. And so I went and I grabbed them, and these were just the names of the brushes. And I had a good laugh. I had a good laugh. They're very funny names. But those were the ones that the person used, and I was like, I guess I'm using these too. And so I don't really use them super often because obviously every artist is a bit different. Old Woman in the Woods has a special place in your heart. Valid. That is so valid. That is very good. Hold on. Let's see if it works. Hold on. You guys get to see me for a second. It's me, by the way. It is me. There we go. Hold on. Hold on. Download. Open in Dropbox. It is. There's Panda right there. There you go. Files. Hold on. Let's see if it worked. Oh, no, not that. Goodbye. That was unintentional. What's the tapestry behind me? That is Detroit Become Human. It is a game on... Yeah, it is Connor the Android Sent by Cyberlife. That is true. This is one of my favorite games. I don't get it. I don't have it for the computer because it can get a bit big. And it tends to crash devices sometimes, which simply is not what I want. So, thank you so much for the follow. I hope you're doing well today. Not that one. Not that one. Please, let me open the correct thing. There it is. Open. Choose a folder. Thank you so much for the follow. I hope you're doing well. Choose. There we go. Let's see if that worked. Hold on. Hold. Hold. Save. Hold on. Hold on. I might have to unzip it. Come on. You've got it. You've got it. This is all Legend of Zelda music that I am listening to currently. Let's see, and then... Open on computer. Why? Stop it. Okay, I might have to mess with it after stream. I do have it, though. I have the file. The file is had. I have it. Personally, I have it. But no, I have to open the file after because it wants me to unzip it through my computer, which... No, they sent... It is a Procreate file. That is true. I do have limited edition merch right now that is only going to be available until I hit 1,000 followers. Yeah, they... Hold on. Let me look again just to make sure. Yeah, it is. It should be. If it doesn't work, I will simply message you after and I will say what it says. Yes, we do have some limited edition merch right now. Do not feel obligated to buy it. But we do have some at the moment that if you want to, you can buy. Gonna buy the limited edition merch next month. Hello. I hope you're doing well today. There's that. There's that. Going back to shading the boy. I don't know how to draw children. Hold on, let me actually make his eye go down a little bit. There's that. Oh, it's been another 15 minutes and I didn't check my email. This is actually... Hold on. Checking email. Checking email. Hold on. Hold. Hold. Check email. I did not receive email. God. This is... I love this. It was supposed to be back within 12 to 24 hours. New Twitter follower. Thank you for the follow. It was supposed to be back within 12 to 24 hours. It hasn't been 24 hours yet, but I'm impatient. Cries. Oh man. Oh man, you guys. Whatever am I supposed to do? There's that. I don't know how I'm gonna get the edges of this ear without it kind of looking a little not great. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. There's that. Actually, I can do this. We're good. I need to stop doubting myself. I've got this. You know what? I'm simply so cracked at everything I do. I don't know why I'm convincing myself I'm not. Positive self-talk. That's what's happening right now. I'm simply amazing. Okay, that was a little bit egotistical. We're not going to go that far. There's that. We're just going to give this a little bit more. A little bit more right there. There we go. There we go. Okay, we're gonna go here too, because I'd rather just get this done now than have to wait for a while. So we're gonna do this. You're good, AJ. You are good. Have a great rest of your day. Take care of yourself. I hope you are doing well. There's this. There's that. There's that. Yeah, the background music is very chill. It's why I keep using this playlist. That and the other playlist I was using got removed for no good reason. And I'm so sad about it. I still miss that playlist every day. Every day I miss it. I miss it. As if it was my own. It wasn't technically my own, but I miss it as if it was. There's that. There's that. Yep, 07 to the playlist. 07 to that playlist. Gone and never forgotten. Every day goes by and I miss it. I miss it so much. I'm just gonna do this real quick. There's that. You guys, what do pigs even look like? I don't know. I feel like I draw and I just immediately forget what everything looks like. There's this. Hold on. We're gonna do this line a little bit farther down. Not too much farther down for this section right here. We'll get that a little darker right there. There's that. Like pigs. Like Peppa Pig. There's that. I'm gonna do that a little bit more curved. That's fine. There's that. Oh, what is that? Why? How do I never notice these things? How do I just never notice when I accidentally add lines that are not supposed to be there? If we just do this, hold on. How? How does this keep happening to me? How? The amount of times I have done this. Astronomical. I need to stop being bad at things. There's that. There's that. Oh, God. There's that. I'm gonna give this ear a little bit more depth. Oh, God. Thank you so much for the follow, Scandinavian Sock. Thank you for the follow. I hope you're doing well. Thank you. I have no idea how I'm going to draw this eye. Yes, welcome. Welcome. There we go. You figured out the problem with the brushes? I'm using chapstick. Did you figure out how to get them each of the two individually and then they work? Okay. There's that. I had to use chapstick because my lips were getting very, very chapped. Okay, hold on. Chatting screen, it's me again. Hey. It's me. Believe it or not, it's me. Let's see. Hold on. Hold on. Let me... Okay, hold on. Let's... It might pause. You might hear stuff, but ignore. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. Hold. Everybody hold. Pause. Pause. Download. Open in Procreate. Hold on, let me find it. Let's find where it is. It's the way it definitely downloaded, and I just don't know where it went into. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. Where's imported? There it is. There it is. Yep, I've got it. I've got it. Everybody, we've got it. Hold on. Why are you trying to follow? Why did it go into Untitled set? This is... I don't want you. Go away. There we go. Mission success. Hold on. Okay, we've got one. And then I'm grabbing the second. Download. Open. Oh god. I'm just gonna move imported all the way up. I don't care. Go right there, imported. And then move you into there. Where did you go? Did you go into the wrong one? Yes, you did. Why? Stop it. There we go. Everybody, we've got them. We've got the brushes. We have got it. This is a big dub. Big dubs. We've got the brushes. We did it, everybody. We did it. Thank you. Thank you. We did it. Smooth, solid. Let's just... Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, so nice. So nice. And then there's that one. Look at that. So beautiful. So beautiful. I'm going to use them now. That's fine. No, I got it. I got it. I can read it, all right? And that's what matters. I give my stuff weird names too, so I can't really like complain. Although here's the thing. You're like, they're weird names, like, they make sense. I literally used a brush called Untitled Brush. Any name is better than Untitled Brush. I simply think Untitled Brush was, a comedy moment for me. I think I am very comedic, and I think we need to talk about it more. Hold on. Checking email. Let's see. Untitled Brush's peak brush name. Absolutely. Are you kidding? Imagine being me and using Untitled Brush. I can imagine it because it's me. It looks like some of the stickers you guys ordered already are being shipped. It's true. I get notifications when stuff starts shipping. Looks like some people may, have gotten some shipped stuff. Which sounds pretty epic. Untitled Brush, Anonymous Brush, Brush without name. True. Peak demon comedy. Absolutely. I'm actually one of the funniest people to exist. Shout out to me. High fives to me. But I'm very, very comical. There's that. Suspicious brush. There's that. Just gonna do that. There we go. Hold on. Where's the darker color? Okay. Hold on. We're gonna go a little bit smaller. No. No. That's where I draw the line. Have you guys ever thought about how, the other thing in the poll for this drawing was Dream SMP Among Us? I almost made my next, nice piece Dream SMP Among Us. Because of, I don't even remember who suggested it originally. Was it you, Chair? Oh, God. Imagine having to sit and watch me draw Dream SMP Among Us in my nice, actually sitting down and taking the time to, make things look nice. That could be the sub-goal art piece. If we get the sub-goal, you guys decide, so it is up to you. Technically speaking, you guys can decide just about anything, and I won't be able to say no. There's that. There's that. I'm shaping his ear just a little bit more. Oh, God. That is true. You have to thank Laurel for this, because Laurel was the one that suggested this. This one was a Twitter suggestion. The next one, if we hit the sub goal, is going to be chat suggestion, which God knows what that would be. Look, I'm just good at drawing angst, and if it was Dream SMP Among Us, it was going to be angst. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It was going to be angst if it was Dream SMP Among Us. Because that's just what I know how to do. I want this color, which is even darker. You want Dream SMP Among Us angst? God. I actually have kind of, I'm not going to lie, I do actually kind of have an outline for a Dream SMP Among Us piece. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I don't want to have to draw it, but I have it, planned out, in the off chance I have to do it. But thank God the underscore beloveds won, because that would be hell. It would be hell. That's what it would be. Hell. There we go. There's that. There's that. There's that. Oh, you got a sticky note. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Give me one moment and I will pull out some of the stuff for it. Okay. Okay. We have got 2 new colors. So they're kind of similar to the ones I already have. So don't, they are similar but darker. So we've got this darker pink and we've got a darker blue. Although the blue I think actually might be kind of close to the one we already have. Yeah, it's only slightly darker. But the pink is quite a bit darker. So there's the pink that we already have. And there's the new one, which is darker. You said blue? Okay, we'll do blue. We're gonna do blue. The last one, hold on. I can read you what your last one said. Your last one said not a Rambukini. Hold on. There's that. There we go. Let's open up the... We've got a bunch of new pens and pencils, by the way. But we've got all of these, which is full. And then, ignore the 2020 thing in this, that was my grad year. In this cup, which is pottery I painted, we've got all of these. I'm gonna give you dark blue. Ooh, hold on. Let's use this pen. It's sparkly. We're gonna use this pen. There we go. Sticky notes are your friend? Good. Good. Okay, let's see. Oh, God. So, we'll do... This is a gel pen, and it is very sparkly. Come on. There we go. There's that. You got more swirls in this one. There's that. Hold on. What do I write? What do I write? Let's see. There's that, and then Terrified. 407. And it is the 11th. You might be the first one of 2022. You are the first sticky note of 2022. Good job. Good job. It is sparkly too. But it says, hold on, we'll go to chatting really quick. I don't know if it's focusing at all. But it says, Dream SMP, Among Us, AU, Angst. You're welcome. There's that. And now you've got Another sticky note in the book. You've got another sticky note in the book. There's that. There you go. There you go. And we'll close that up and put that back here. There you go. There you go. It's true. How was your run? Oh, all my stuff is falling. Kind of not gonna say the word. Not gonna say it. It was cold, I'd imagine. I was about to just ask how cold it was to my Amazon assistant without realizing that if I ask, she would say where I live. Which isn't good. Don't want to, you know, I don't want to be doxxed today. We do a little doxing. This is a lie. For legal reasons, it's a joke. Some people do know where I live, but please we're not gonna say where I live. It's 5 degrees. Let's see. Hold on. I'm gonna see what it says on my phone right now. For me, it says it is 22 degrees, but the wind chill is making it feel like 10 degrees. Thank you for the resub, Sienna. Thank you. It says it's negative. Not negative. It says it's 10 degrees with the wind. There's that. It's actually warmer than I thought it would be. It's 4 degrees Celsius. I have no idea what temperature that is. Sounds warm. Although to be fair, I am a little bit broken. I am like consistently cold, but at the same time, I'm not like actively cold. What is 4 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit? There's that. 39 degrees? That's not bad. Oh, -1 degrees? Oh god. Pain. Suffering. Pain and suffering. Real. 39 degrees is not that bad. I could probably go outside in 39 degrees with just a hoodie, I think. The choice of going to college in New Hampshire. That's a benefit. That is a benefit. See, I'm in Michigan, which is that's the information you get. Michigan. I've said it before. So I do know some cold. I do know some cold. You have snow for 1 week. It's been snowy outside for days. Sometimes Michigan does get very cold. Yeah. And Michigan also has this fun thing where I think when I was in like elementary school, we learned that Michigan, there is no place you can be that is farther than it's like 30 miles from water. I think it's less than that. The farthest away you can be from like a water source, oh my god. Oh, that is a lot of snow. That's a lot of snow. That, yeah. There was a polar vortex a little bit ago, which was like, by the way, for anybody who doesn't know, polar vortex makes it so it is really, really cold outside. And I went outside in shorts and a sports bra. When they were like, don't go outside at all, and I was like, you can't tell me what to do. So I literally put on shorts and a sports bra and walked outside. Why did I do it? I'm stronger than some stupid weather. Look, if I get told, don't do something, you know what that immediately makes me want to do? Hi, clown. How long did I stay outside for? Not super long. I do have pictures. Hold on. I'm gonna post the... Hold on, I have to make sure I don't look bad. And I'm not doxing anything. Because I was outside. It was just my front yard. It was my front yard. That, and I have this fun thing where if I don't go outside or I don't do something in a day, it makes me feel really, really sad. Like, I cry. Which is why I go outside all the time. Thanks so much for the follow. I hope you're doing well. I question you every time it snows. I have the irresistible urge to walk outside in the snow with no shoes on. It's fun. It is so fun. Let's go to my house. Looking at pictures locationally, more likely than you think. Okay, hold on. Right here. Let's see. I like being outside. I very much like being outside. That's very old pictures of my dog. Let's look for these pictures of me outside in the polar vortex. This is pictures of me in my Dan and Phil phase. Hold on. I like being outside. It is very fun to me. That's me in a costume. That's me watching the Unus Annus finale. Was it that year? What year did Unus Annus end? I don't know any years at all. It was before this. You're good, Kaylee. You are good. I get it. School happens. It does happen sometimes. That's also me. That's... Man, it's almost like a lot of pictures of me are actually pictures of me. Unus Annus was simply so good. I didn't watch every single episode because I knew I would get unreasonably attached if I watched every single episode, so I purposely only watched the ones that fully interested me so that I wouldn't be devastated when it ended. Thank you for the follow. Hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. I'm looking. Yeah, we hit 800. Actually, I think we hit 800 the day before yesterday. That's another summer. I think it was 2018. It's true. You cried. I stayed up all night and watched it. The underscore beloveds is Rambo, Tubbo, and their son Michael. Look, it might take that long, okay? I feel like you're gonna hit 1,000 before February. Who knows? Who knows? I actually said it would take all year to hit 3,000, so just saying. It's gonna take a while, okay? Sometimes people just don't follow. Please, please have this picture be very soon. No, it's December. I think it was January when this happened. Looking for this picture of me being stupid, please. That's pictures of my hands having an allergic reaction. Why am I the way I am? Why? That's me outside, but not the outside pictures I want. That's me not outside. That's me kicking a ranch bottle. Don't ask questions. Why do I have videos of me just throwing ranch bottles? I'm actually kind of funny. That's when it snowed a lot. I didn't think it was this far back. Still looking. I have this one picture of me smiling with reindeer antlers, and then literally, like, 5 minutes later, there's a second picture of me crying with antlers on. I am kind of comical, actually. Okay, I can't find it. I'll find it later. This is digital art. It is digital. I will find it later. I will find it at a later date. Yes, this is digital. I use Procreate. Alright, we're just gonna make his little skull actually the color it needs to be. There you go. Look at you, Michael. A handsome boy. A handsome boy. I had a dream where you walked around with a drawn-on mustache. Like the mustache I did makeup for yesterday. I got so bored. I would do that again, but I just don't have the energy to. Yep, there's my Twitter. If you go through all of that, you can find almost every single one of the social medias I have. Oh, there you go. There we go. To be fair, I wasn't actually drawing for a while. I just started adding color again, literally only like a second ago. There you go. Now you can see him again. I was looking for a picture on my phone, so to be fair, it wasn't even... Yes, yes. There we go. There's the full drawing so far. There you go. There you go. Yes. Look at him. Look at him. I need to work on actually making these leaves look like leaves. Because they kind of look garbage, but I don't think it matters that much because it's not like the focal point of this piece. Thank you. I get it. Cool. Thank you. Good joke. Good joke. There's that. There's that. There's that. There's that.
I lost my gifted sub, so it is about time I sub for real.
Thank you, Whiskey. Thank you for the sub. Thank you. 2-month streak. You've got the Flower Crown Demon now. I actually need to go in and make the 9-month demon soon because there's I think 2 or 3 people who are getting really close to. Yes. Yes. I still have to make the 9-month and the 1-year badge. Yes. 6 months is a cat boy demon. So be prepared, you guys. Be prepared. Thank you for the gifts. Or not the gift sub, the actual real sub. Thank you. Thank you for the support. Yeah, Cap. Hold on. If I talk in chat, you guys can see it. Hold on. Hold on. So I'm gonna send my Discord link really quick, but you guys will be able to see the little the cat boy, because that's the one I have right now, technically. See? Look at him. Look at him. The cat boy. Look at him. Look at him. I was considering making the 1 year like a yellow because, you know, haha joke. But then I was like, but then it wouldn't match. I want to give them all different outfits. I want to just give them all little cute designs, you know? What do I even do for the 1 year? Because that's like one that people will have for a while. You know? You know? We're not... No drinking. There's that. This is an attempt. How sad for you, clown. Very, very sad. I can't be emotionally manipulated with it. You misspelled it. There's that. Oh god. It's a 1. Not that one. I need this. Why would I tell you that? I've realized it's very funny when people see that emote for the first time and they're like, what is that? Aimsy on their alt saw my emote because of Oxygen, and I still partially feel a little bit betrayed. No spam. No spam. No. That's not a good reason. Oh my god. Was it really? You want to know the worst part? I don't have any more emote slots until I get partner, which means my last emote slot literally was used on that monstrosity. Well spent. Oh, God. Really? Well spent. I suffer a lot, you guys. We actually want this to be a little bit lighter. There's that. There's that. I really can't get rid of it. I cannot get rid of it. Hold on, we're checking the email again. We're getting close to 24 hours. So I should get an email back. Come on. That is not it. That is also not it. God. You know what is like a really good example of you can't feel your foot? That is not good. I can't get rid of it. But you know what hold on. Let my brain process the words before I speak for just one moment. You know what it's like, you guys trying to convince me that spamming that emote is reasonable? Donut wall. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Try moving it around. Sometimes it could be just in a bad position. You are. All of my mods are just slowly turning into Carter. Carter, good. Oh no. If the feeling doesn't come back, I would go to the doctor. It could just be symptoms of of other things going on. I don't think it's... You slapped it a few times. Stretch. Just stretch it for a minute. I had to try to see if my feet were numb for a while because they were testing me for a while I was being tested for MS and fibromyalgia, and there was one more that they were looking at because I have and then arthritis was the other one because I have unexplainable pain like all the time. Put some jams on, like what? Like baby got back? You want 2 trucks. You guys are so cursed. Hold on. Hold on. There you go. Are you happy now?
2 trucks having sex. 2 trucks having sex. My muscles involuntarily flex. 2 trucks.
Is this what you wanted? Okay, okay.
Sex. My
Muscles involuntarily flex. I wonder what was going through Neil Pizzeria's head when he wrote this. Was he okay? Probably trucks. I don't know how his brain works. I'll admit I'm a bit impressed by it, but also... There's more than... The playlist is more than just this song, don't worry. No trucks. Would you prefer they were a different type of vehicle? I wonder if he, after... I shouldn't continue this train of thought. I shouldn't continue this train of thought. You like Hondas more? Oh god. What year did this song get released? You know what this song kind of reminds me of? And this really is kind of disturbing. It reminds me of the movie Cars. And I'm so sorry that I have to say that. It just reminds me of the movie Cars. Which is very... That's disturbing. My muscles involuntarily... Sally. Her name is Sally. There's that. I'm trying to get this I right, and I'm not sure that it's right. Fake fan clown. I feel like the song caused Rule 34 car images. Oh my god. I'm gonna give him a little bit more eyelashes. You know what? It might have. Rule 34 is basically, anything that... Oh, don't look it up. Do not look it up. Rule 34 is basically says... No, hold. I'm just gonna message you on this side. It's hard to explain. Oh, on here. Thank you so much for the resub.
Wait.
Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you. I hope you're doing well today. I'm trying to like There we go. I know, I messaged you. I messaged you on Twitter. I don't know if you have... I messaged it to you on Twitter. I'm 19. I've also seen some stuff. There you go. I want this light color again. There's that. Yeah, it's really great, actually. It's... Oh god, that's disturbing. I need this to be better. It's kind of not great at all. Because there's a lot of stuff that should not have things made about it that does have stuff made about it. Same, clown. Same. I'm gonna go a little bit lighter. Giving him... This kind of makes him look a little bald. He is not bald. He is, in fact, a very fuzzy child. Because... Pig. This song kind of hits, by the way. Thank you so much for the follow. Take you for a ride. Lost in the night. Dance the game and you can surely win it big. Lose your inhibitions. Gambling with the king. On the ground, you've seen no realities or ambitions. What color would we make Piglin's eyes? And high reward is your final call. So you'll owe me in the end. Light blue, green or blue. I'll do like a green blue. Hold on. into the game and you choose. Go ahead and choose your inhibitions. You can't play with the king. You know I'll chase your ambitions. I'm gonna put the eyelashes over this again so it won't look as like this. There's that. House always wins. Cause your inhibitions. I'm trying to make this not look the way it does. I'm looking at it so I can figure out what I dislike about it. Hold on, I'm gonna change this real quick. I think okay, hold on. We're gonna go a little bit darker. Go here, go darker. 4 a.m. I'll stay up for you. Keep me wrapped up in my phone, eternal deja vu. Hear and see your point of view. 4 a.m. I'll stay up for you. Shimmering lights. Press my head on my pillowcase again. It is A first. It is A-E-L. Pull my sheets over my head and plug me in. I'm telling myself it's just 5 more minutes of feeling my eyes. Get heavy again, but we won't sleep. No, we won't sleep. Keep me up till 4 a.m. I'll stay up for you. Keep me wrapped up in my phone, eternal deja vu. Yep, it's A-E-L. I'm gonna sneeze. I can feel it. There we go. You guys, yesterday while nobody was here, I had a sneeze that sounded like a man. Thank you. So, I'm a man now. What just happened? Thank you, Gilded. Thank you. And I was about to say thank you for blessing me. Thank you so much for the 10 tier 1s. Thank you. Thank you. That's a lot. VIP when? Hold on. That's... Were you waiting for me to sneeze? Were you waiting for me to sneeze? Hold on. Hold on. Let me move this. Oh my god. Thank you so much. So much. Thank you. That's... Oh god. Thank you. Wow. That was impressive. Yes. Oh, I'm so sorry. I skipped the end of that song on accident. That was not on purpose. Thank you so much. Thank you. You did not have to do that. Thank you. The screen probably didn't update. Let's be honest here. I'm so sorry you guys can't see the art all of a sudden. Give me 1 second. This one. You did in fact hit the sub goal. So let's see if it'll update if I do that. Hold on. It's not going to update for a second. Give it a moment. But yes, we did in fact hit the sub goal. Thank you so much for the follow, by the way. Thank you. Oh, God. Oh. It's not going to update for a second, but we are at 82 subs. Why? It's the way you guys just immediately latch on to, you want Dream SMP Among Us angst. Sailing to the sun. Oh, cause it's just begun. What link did you post? Or was there not a link? Am I just losing my mind? Soda skies. Pirate demon on ship sailing. I'm nectar, sweet like honey on a summer day. Oh God. I like how you guys are making a poll knowing full well what's gonna win. Sweet like honey, honey, sweet like honey, sweet like the summer day. This was my top song of 2021. Take the dive for blues across the ocean. Honey straight from the hive. Live it up and go with the motion. Sweet like honey on a summer day. I'll stick with you through the wind and the rain. Summer night like a busy bee. Take it flight. Wait. Oh. It's tied. We might have to bring it to... It's tied. It is tied. You're good. You are good. Take care. That's the wrong color. Flowers in fields. Little yellow bees. Watch as the time passes in the haze. Sweet honey nights. Golden rainy days. Oh. Part 2. Sweet like a summer day, sweet like honey, sweet like honey, honey, sweet like a summer day. Sweet like honey, sweet like a summer day. How do you draw eyes, like, to the side? Hold on. I'm gonna try something really quick. Crazy journey, another chance to go and change the past, but I know how the story will go. 'Cause all these legends I carry with me, all these lifetimes that only I see, I'm taken to this place in between, where I've been and where I'll be. Turn back time, uh-oh, gonna hit rewind. Hold on. Okay, you guys picked the topics. I will make a poll. I'll make a poll. Hold on. I'm gonna put it on Twitter. I will be putting a Twitter poll. Have to leave them all behind and repeat. I have to do both. Oh god. This pain and regret, so I can learn from the tragedy. Change the course of this history. Move time, oh well. Don't overlook the signs, oh yeah, oh. Now I see, oh yeah. It's my responsibility. Hi, Lily. Memories. There we go. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna put the second one as Demon SMP Pirate AU. I will be the lead pirate, though. There we go. New poll on Twitter. There you go. There's a new poll on Twitter. There's a house where no one lives. Back of your big city money there and buy it. All alone, there's a noise upstairs. At the top of the stairs, there's a door, and you take a deep breath and try it. The flashlight shows you something moving just inside the door. Hold on, we're gonna check the email again. Do I have my test results? No problem. Thank you for the 10 gifted again. I was not expecting that at all. But thank you so much. Thank you. Take care of yourself. Tell yourself it was just a dream. In the morning you head into town 'cause you wanna go antiquing. In the store there's a strange old man. My test results still have not come in. I might have to call the place. I might have to call them because it has almost been 24 hours and they said I would have results within that. Key. Creepy that always follows you. It's got a always open. Swallow. Go home late. The doll is waiting up for you. There we go. The doll says it would like one too. Always in your house and in your room and in your bed. Always in your eyes and in your arms and in your head. You are crazy. I don't know how to I don't know how to draw pigs. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's the way the poll is tied on Twitter also. How? How does this keep happening? How do you keep tying both polls? How? How is this happening? What did you say? There you go. Ratio. Why is my shading good? Crying a lot. Open. And there's a creepy doll that always follows you. It's got a rip. Swallow. You hold. I just cry a lot in Hope. Jaws, the shark who's looking in the dark on the sea. Lark decides to get rowdy, get real violent, takes a vacay up to Amity Island. Blood in the sun, blood in the ocean, everybody runs. Little kids, oh no. I had to explain to someone what two trucks was at a wedding. I just remembered that. I'm so sorry. I was at a wedding, and they were using my dad's Spotify for it because they didn't have premium, and so they just asked my dad if they could use like his because he was helping set up the wedding, right? But our Amazon Assistant is also linked to my dad's Spotify, right? And my little sister listens to the music through the Amazon Assistant, and she was trying to listen to Lemon Demon. So there's the link to you told Milo from Pride Village to vote. Okay. Good job. You guys know I have a pirate hat, right? I do have a pirate hat. I actually have a pirate shirt, too. It's true. But I had to explain to someone what Lemon Demon was and why one of their most popular songs was about two trucks. At a wedding. This was at a wedding. I want to give him a little bit more pink, so I'm going to go a little bit redder and go up here. There's that. Yeah, I had to explain it at a wedding. I just want him to have a little bit more color. Let's go here. Go down in a cage. Shows up in a full-on rage. British rebel speaks his wetsuit. To the end of the flick. So they go back home and get a bigger boat. The biggest boat that's ever sailed. We're just gonna... I want to make him a little bit... Oh, that's a little bit too dark. That's also too dark, please. To the rocket. Respect. That might be a little bit too pink. That's fine. I feel like it won't be as noticeable once like shadow and stuff is added in. Shades and stuff, I should say. Everyone saw. It's in a movie that everyone saw. There's that. I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. There we go. There's that. A little bit more pink in some of these areas. And then we're gonna go here, give him a little bit more pink in here. There's that. There's that, you guys. Look at that little pig. Look at him. There we go. Every minute, every day, take a shot in the dark. I realized I didn't actually give him his little tooth either. Oh, running wild, never bowing down. Take the crown. There's that. There's that. I know this is like is not a very good tooth color, but I want to get it that color before I add some shades and stuff in here. Good move on the run. One, heroes just begun. We dominate every fight. Stay with everything. Oh, we're running wild. We're never bowing down. We will take the crown. There's that. There's that. You know we're going crazy. You know we're running wild. This is our anthem, baby. Turn up and play it loud. There's that. Just gonna give him a little bit more shade down here. That's not bad. That's not awful. He definitely could look better, but I don't know how to make him look better. You know? I probably am gonna redo that eye completely, because I do not like it that much. Truth be told, don't like the eye. How do I make this better, though? How do I get it to look better?
Wasting your time.
Hold on. I'm gonna do that.
Wasting mine.
I'm just gonna...
Hate to see you leaving.
This is... I've seen a bunch of people do eyes this way, so I'm gonna try doing something different.
Worse than dying.
I know he looks like kind of dead right now, but that's not the goal. Or the end goal, I should say. We're gonna go like right here.
You see, gave me asthma.
Rest in peace, Michael. You were very loved.
That's why I'm fucking leaving. And your water gave me cancer.
There's that.
And the pavement hurt my feelings. Shout at the wall.
There's that, okay. I'm just trying something. If I hate it, I'm gonna go back. Don't worry. I very much like this song. There's a reason. It's barriers on the tube line. There's a reason. It's barriers on the rails. There's a reason. It's barriers on the tube line. There's a reason. It's barriers on the rails. There's that. Okay. We're gonna do this. Just gonna do this. Is that the results? Hold on, hold on. The website is really confusing. We're trying to figure it out really quick.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. We're looking. We are looking. Hold on. Let me... Okay, we'll go back to the drawing so you guys can see that while I figure this out. There's that. There you guys go. I'm gonna do... Let's see. Copy. Let's see. Oh, I was like, what is it trying to get me to do? Paste. Date of birth. You guys don't get to know when I... Well, you guys know when I was born. I've talked about it. So, I need to go back to my year of birth. That is not the day. There it is.
We know what we're doing. We are here to help you.
Come on.
Connected.
Come on.
Of the essence. We live in the future. Color makes us hungry. Everything's connected. Redesign your logo. We know how to do it. Make the calculations.
Hold on.
Put them into action. We will find the angle. Starting with convention. On to innovation. Everything's connected. Here we have a circle. Smooth and inoffensive.
You guys, I think I tested positive. I'm having my dad look just to see for sure. I was hoping for not that result, as it turns out.
DNA is crucial.
Hold on.
You must understand it. In the human genome, we will find your logo. Everyone will see it. Every demographic.
Well, you guys,
Are they even
guess who gets to stream even longer? That's fun. Kind of fun, actually. That was not the result I was hoping for. I'll admit, not what I wanted. I was hoping I could be like, I tested negative. As it turns out, that is simply not the case. Drink water? I don't feel sick. I am vaccinated though, so my symptoms definitely are more mild. I'm glad I got tested though, because if not, I would, you know, be getting other people sick. My little sister also tested positive. Sienna and I are allowed to see each other. Because we are both positive. That's really horrible. Hold on, I have to send that to... I'm sending it to the person I know that had it. I'm positively fabulous. This is my round 2 with COVID. You guys, I've had COVID twice since I've had a stroke. Less than a year ago. Thank you, Carter. At least Sienna and I can hang out. Oh, I have to go out to my... Does he have it? I don't think he's been tested yet, but he isn't showing any symptoms at all. So I don't know. I know, my luck. My luck, you guys. I like that I type in COVID and it immediately is like 19. I'm very glad at this moment. I'm very glad that I did get vaccinated when I did. Because my symptoms would probably have been a lot worse. It is just trying to tell me to stream more. That is exactly what it's trying to tell me to do. That's exactly what it is. Because I don't really feel sick. I do have to go out to my car and grab Tylenol because that's the only thing that will help me with any sort of symptoms. But I'm safe as is. I know I got it, but I literally have a very small group of people I see. So it should not be an issue. I don't know. Oh, hold on. I don't know if my brother-in-law needs to know because we work together and he can tell management that I have tested positive. You guys are going to see a lot of me now. That's what that means. You guys know that, right? Get me out of here. But Carter, you're so uplifting to me. I'm sending this to Oxygen. I know, you guys are gonna see me all the time. Because the first time I had it, I didn't really stream as often. Get well soon. Carter telling me to get well soon. Oh, I almost sent my result to Sienna. That's not who I wanted to text. Hold on, my dad's saying he should get tested too. You're good. You are good, Kaylee. You are good. I'm glad I got tested when I did, because otherwise I'd have been going to work today. Which I'll admit, I didn't really want to. Also, it's actually probably for the best I get it now, because I'm supposed to move in like a month. So, it's probably for the best I have it now. I can't wait to spend way too much time alone in my room. This is gonna be so fun. That's real. That's just true. That's just true introverted nature. Let's see what the poll has Among Us angst at one more vote. Hold on. Now my family's texting and asking what they should do, because my family's very close. Okay, we're gonna work on Michael's pants. Why is there just a spot up here? I took it as a taunt. Oh, hold on. I never sent the picture to Oxygen. Because I was going to send it to Oxygen. Because Oxygen knew I was getting tested. Would it be wrong to caption this picture, I am /pause? I'm funny. I am actually kind of funny. Oh. My Stream Deck is offline. That's kind of fun. I was gonna do my I'm live tweet because I tried to send one out mid-stream, but as it turns out, it does not want to do that right now. Okay, that goes above. We'll do it on this layer. There's that. I'm trying to figure out what that means. I took it as a taunt. That's a good song too. Lovejoy is kind of a... Oh my gosh, you guys! It's everybody's favorite song. You are the brothers can't deny. When a girl walks in with anybody wasting around in your face, you get sprung. Wanna get with ya, paint your pretty picture. Laurel, I think you would like to know. I tested positive. I have COVID-2 electric boogaloo. Ton of magazines. It's fine. It just means I get to stream more. And nobody will bother me. Shake it, shake it. Shake that healthy butt. Baby got back. Baby got... That means I can't work for at least a week. That's really fun. I love that my source of income is just gone at the moment. It really just makes me feel so good, especially considering I'm supposed to be moving in a month. I'm gonna go through all 5 stages of grief. Be prepared. No McGrind pics. I should post an update. Where's my hat? Oh no, my hat is downstairs. Moving into my content house. Yeah, there will be a new stream set up. Because if you weren't here yesterday, you would have found out, me and my friends, well, I talked about this before, but me and my friends were trying to find a house to move into. And we actually got approved for a house. But yes, I'll be moving into a bigger room. Also, the house I'm moving into has a sauna. I don't know why. But the house has a sauna. Sauna stream? Real? Baby got back. Baby got back. It's... Is it in Los Angeles? Yes. Carter, I'll send you the address. Carter and I are IRL friends. So he can have my address.
I mean, 36, 24, 36. Maybe if she's 5'3".
Yes, I'm moving to California. Yep, that's why I'm continuing to go to school here. Thank you, Carter. Thank you. If you want my address, Laurel, I can send you my address. Me, practice internet safety. Don't dox yourself. Also me, if you want my address, I'll send it. Me practicing internet safety with my internet friends who I've never met IRL. Hold on. There we go. There you go. Real quick to get with 'em. So ladies, please round. 100 Genesee. Do you want my social security? I have my social security number. Do you want it? I don't really use my social security number all that much. Do you want it? Hey bestie, you want my social security number? Oxygen? I can't believe his Oxygen is asleep. And I am sitting here filled up with COVID. I'm very glad I got tested. My dad did originally say he thought it was too early to get tested, but I was like, I'm just gonna get tested anyway. Glad I did. I'm preventing the spread because I took initiative, even though we thought it might be too early. The other guy. Well, they're either asleep or just ignoring me. Hold on, I wonder... Okay, me and Oxygen have this app where we can send each other pictures that pop up as a widget. I just sent Oxygen really horrible pictures. But I've come back, hell then. White streak in my hair, but no stress now. Train off that guy's looking like a mess now. Spam them? I'm not gonna. They have been up for a really long time. Oxygen stayed up all night. I know, because I texted. I texted all night. I should take this time to watch a new show. Take a price of my patience. We should do some watch parties in the Discord. Because I can't do anything, we should watch some stuff in Discord. Who wants to watch more Whodunit? You guys, we could watch Whodunit. White streak in my hair, but no stress now. Trade off my guys looking like a mess now. Driving off the tracks, but I'm back and I've seen hell, but this is a bit more my style. I love Whodunit so much. I think it explains a lot, to be honest. White streak in my hair, I'm not going back there. Oh my god. I could actually do the Star Kid watch party. I have time. I don't even know what Star Kid musical to watch, though. My favorite was always a Harry Potter musical, but I feel like we should watch one I maybe haven't watched before. Electric desires had unraveled all my wires. I've seen... Okay, I've seen... I think I've seen Twisted. Every single Harry Potter musical. I've seen not Black Friday. I don't think I've watched Black Friday. I've watched half of Trail to Oregon, which I only stopped because I had to do something, and then I just forgot to watch the second half of. I'm so sorry. I've seen clips from Firebringer, but not the entire thing. And I've seen The Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals. There was another, I think there might have been another one I watched. I'm not 100% sure, though. So proudly, like I was going to appeared, and I quickly was revered. This one. I don't really want to do the work today. Yeah, that's so good. I also know, well, my sister really liked Star Kid for a while. And so I would go home and she'd be watching them. And so I know a lot about Star Kid from that. Because I was in their minds. I could do whatever I felt like. You can't win me. I can't be beat. I won't hurt you unless you cheat. See the screen. I'm half human and half machine. I'm happy for years and years and... Watch Black Friday or Holy Musical Batman. We could do... we could probably do Holy Musical Batman. I feel like with Black Friday, you do have to watch, I think you have to watch The Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals before. Unless it's just same universe, different characters. You don't really have to watch it? Okay. Then we could actually probably watch Black Friday. Fun fact, did you know that, Team Star Kid actually started in Michigan at U of M Ann Arbor. See. I only know that because I did in fact read all of Darren Chris's Wikipedia page at one point because, but fun fact, when I get bored, I read Wikipedia pages. And half machine. Yeah, I don't know, but I would love to visit at some point. There's that. I know, I sit and I read Wikipedia pages like all the time. I just find it so fun. I should probably tell my grandma that I tested positive, because my grandma loves me. You guys, I just realized I've been saving this blue Gatorade that I received for a quote-unquote rainy day. I just tested positive with COVID, so I feel like I should be able to drink my blue Gatorade now. I also have ginger ale, so technically I'm already cured. I could go back to work, actually. I have ginger ale, so... Gatorade. Hold on. Look at you guys. I do taste stuff. I do have symptoms. I have a cold. I have a very, very light cough. And, I'm congested here. Or, not, is congested the right word? I don't know if congested is the right word. I mean, I can hold on. We can even test right now. We can test right now, because we've got my 2-pound bag of Sour Patch Kids. Hold on. Can you guys tell that I really just like the blue flavored stuff? Hold on. I can definitely still taste. Definitely can still taste. There you go. We tested. Now we know for sure. Now we know for sure. Hold on, I'm gonna get rid of this really quick. The first time I had COVID, I essentially had no symptoms at all. There was one day I could not smell, and then the next day I was just fine. Which was kind of weird. Hold on. Hold on. How is every single poll I'm doing still 50-50? I was kin assigning people to Five Nights at Freddy's characters this morning. Hold on. The awful truth. The truth about me and the truth about you. Oh, that's annoying. You voted? Good. If I make it through tonight, everybody's gonna hear me out. Touchdown, telephone. On AM radio. Think about you. You found it? Good job. Oh my god. I tried to listen to me. On my very own now. And on the unified theory, if I make it through tonight, everybody's gonna hear me out. On a touchdown telephone. You guys, I just thought everybody would like to know. Sorry, I got a notification on my phone, and normally I don't always check them because it's very unprofessional to do so. But I just thought everybody would like to know Technoblade changed his skin for the new Origins SMP, and he has rabbit ears. Just thought everybody would like to know. Ufology, yes, it's all real. Expert just like you, and like you, I'm a genius. Disbelieving, that's the real crime. You should discover me. I just thought everybody would like to know. Try to call you every day. What can I say when the truth comes? I've been working on my unified theory. If I make it through tonight, everybody's gonna hear me out. On a touchdown telephone. On AM radio. I love the Origins mod. I like it so much. I'm not gonna lie. I think the Origins mod is just so cool. Personally, it's a favorite of the ones they've done. I could watch Origins mod for a very long time. I think there's just a lot you could do with it. Me playing the Origins mod has one that gives me the ability to fly, but cannot touch ground. Please come home to the Look, it's really great. It's great. But I feel like a nuisance when I have to ask everybody to get me things because I can't mine. I'm such a bother on that server. Because I can't touch the floor. I can build beautifully. And you carry the same kind of temper too. I feel like such a bother because I always have to like ask for every single thing I grab because it's like it definitely makes like okay. From an outsider perspective, the Cloud Origin really does make you look like really, really super powerful. But it is actually legitimately so hard to play. Like, sleeping hurts you. Resource gathering hurts you. It's just a nuisance. I don't want you to have to do everything for me. Don't give me that face. And I says to Baba, and you give me the same kind of temper too. Now, we need to calm down. Look at this energy. Devote to two, you might not be a little more friendly. No, we need to calm down. Look at me. Thought you knew better than me. Okay, we're gonna go through and erase some of these edges. Make them a little smoother. We're gonna make that smaller. Need to calm down, look at this energy. You devoted to me, might not be a little more friendly. Devoted to me, might not be a little more friendly. I just realized, with all this extra time, I can start writing more lore for the Demon SMP. Wow, you guys are not gonna be prepared for what's gonna come. I've already got some stuff planned out. Hey, I'll tell you a little secret of mine. If you promise not to tell, if you have the time. Everyone has gotten you, always on the run. But if you join the syndicate, life could get a little more fun. All of the horses and all of the men won't learn from history, it's all the same in the end. I've told you once and I'll tell you again. Is looking for a couple new friends. Is that how many Linda points you have? A couple new friends. Oh. I'll fight for freedom, a fight to end the pain. Hey, this is serious, it's not just some little game. Part of me tyranny bothers me, end it all properly once and for all. Cause they know we'll take the fall. All of the horses and all of the men won't learn from history, it's all the same in the end. I've told you once and I'll tell you again. Syndicate is looking for a couple new friends. This is such a good song. A couple new friends. That's valid, Laurel. That's valid. There we go. Okay. My dad and one of my sisters is getting tested tonight. Of a broken nose. Guys, how do we feel about COVID 2 Electric Boogaloo? To be fair, I did stream when I had it for the first time, just not as much. Oh, hold on. Let me... I told my friend I would tell her if I got it or not. Oh, you tested negative? Lucky. Why is Sienna texting the lyrics to the Jessie theme song? I almost said the Hey Jessie theme song, but it's just Jessie. There we go. I'm gonna add a little bit more highlight. There we go. Hi, Just. Hello. No, to see the apathy. The rings of gray sense of the global tapestry. I look to all of you and see different spaces, aspirations for a different destination to me. I like this song too. This is also a good song. My brain can't even look at the phone. Reach the top, nowhere else to go but. How's the art coming along? We've started Michael. I did his head. But I hate this eye. So, it's a lot. But we have, hold on. There's the full outline, so you can actually see a little bit better what we're doing. But we've got Tubbo over here. Look at him. And then we've got Ranboo over here. I'm just gonna say, I really like my Ranboo design. I like Ranboo with polka dots, okay? I've decided. Ranboo with polka dots is simply the best Ranboo. And then they're making a Tommy snowman. Says, bubbles that make your life harder. They're beauty marks. True. Look at him. How can you just not like my Ranboo design? How can you just... Imagine disliking my Ranboo design. I don't think it's possible to. You won't care what you need. It's always the same. It's all just a game. Had it my way. Sleep on the concrete. You say to me, I'm not sure they'll let you up easily. Hold on, we're gonna give him his tail really quick. Because the people on the night bus have to listen to you. Look yourself in the window without wanting to hit yourself. Face to face condensation. You weren't there. Why you press by this. Let's put you on his third warning. I'm not leaving. There we go. Look at this. You won't care what you need. All this. Oh, it's all the same. Oh, just a kid. It might be sleep on the concrete. What you say to me, all this. I'm not sure. I'm not sure they let you up easily. There's that. There's that. I just realized I technically can turn off the alarms for work. Cause I have I have an alarm set so I don't, you know, miss work. My cousin just texted me, "Do you have COVID?"
But he's infatuated with ideas of possessions
She's
and
far from social policy. The daddy works on the council.
Mrs. loves a silver spoon. Swore she'd never kiss a Tory, but this boy was too good to lose. Now listen carefully. With his pressed to the floor as you make your way downstairs.
There we go. Now my cousin is like, should I get tested? She's one of the few people I see. So, this is a lot of work. Oh god. You guys, don't get COVID. It's not fun. Recommendation, don't get it. Just recommending, it's not fun. I've been scared of sleeping with the lights on. No, she's not there, I know she's going to his flat. A Capricorn. They say sex sells, you know that. I've been scared of sleeping with the lights on. No, she's not there, I know she's going to his flat. A Capricorn. They say sex sells, you know that. I hope the tail looks okay. What's the opinion on the tail, everybody? What's that opinion? With the truth. Will you do what's easy? Will you do what's right? Would you let me know? Where will you sleep tonight? 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 Where will you sleep at night? What do we think, you guys? What do we think of Michael at the moment? I'm gonna make it darker. I just needed to get at least some light coloring in there so I at least knew where it was. Viagra pills on the nightstand.
How's it feel? How's it feel to be so low?
Here, I can do that right now. We'll just go with the brown I usually use for my hair. Been scared of sleeping with the lights on. No, she's not there. I know she's going to his flat. A Capricorn. Sex sounds, you know that. Been scared of sleeping with the lights on. No, she's not there. I know she's going to his flat. A Capricorn. This is sex sounds, you know that. There's that. I'm gonna put the lighter color back in, don't worry. I just don't want this to get too dark. Hold on. We'll go up one. We'll do that. And then we'll go actually one more for the little shine.
Code monkey,
Get up, get coffee.
Code monkey,
go to job.
Code monkey have boring meeting.
Boring manager Rob. Code monkey, very diligent, but his output stink. There we go. Look at him. Look at him.
Code monkey think maybe manager wanna write goddamn login page himself. Code monkey not say it out loud. Code monkey not crazy, just proud. Code monkey like Fritos.
Code monkey like Tab and Mountain Dew. Code monkey very simple man. Big warm fuzzy secret heart. Code monkey like you. There we go. I'm trying to see if I like this. This is probably gonna get changed, so don't worry. Oh, hey.
Code monkey hang around at front desk till your sweater look nice. Code monkey offer buy you soda, bring you cup, bring you ice. You say no
Thank you for the soda, cause soda makes
you fat. Anyway, you busy with the telephone, no time for chat. Code monkey have long walk back to cubicle. He sit down, pretend to work. Code monkey not thinking so straight. Code monkey not feel.
There's that. We're gonna do... I want to try something really quick. This is on a different layer, so it doesn't actually matter too much. Yeah, it's on a different layer. There's that. I want to just try something. Hold on, we're gonna do this as well. Okay, hold on, and then hold on. Let's actually go right here. Go a little more. Cold monkey like Tab and Mountain Dew. Cold monkey, very simple man. Big warm fuzzy secret heart. Hold on. Do that. Let's go here. Go darker. That's, hold on. We'll go to 40%. 40. And then we'll do 24 maybe? 25? Who did I just pay money to? My PayPal sent money to someone, but I don't know who it did. It's a Twitch sub, but I don't know who my Twitch sub is to. You guys? It might be Phil. Actually, now thinking about it, it might be Phil. I'm not sure I like that one, but we'll leave it for now. There we go. Oh, you've got... Did you resub? Did you resub? Hold on. I get mine in a few days. I don't know what the exact day is. Laurel, did you resub? Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm.
She learned how to pretend a drama in the future means to an end. Why can't you be a dick?
I come out in a few days. Very excited. Okay. I'm gonna end there for today. I need to figure out more what I want to do with this shading. So it's gonna be easier for me to end and figure out what I want to do instead of sitting here staring at it. And just hoping that I can figure out what to do. So I'm gonna end there for today. I know, you guys. I'm gonna end there. But yes, make sure you guys are taking care of yourselves. It doesn't look like I have a lot of people right now, so I'm not gonna raid anybody. Just go where you guys want. But anyway, you guys, take care of yourselves. I don't know why this is all the way over. Whatever. But anyway, take care of yourselves. Do what you need to do to be as best as you possibly can. I will be live again tomorrow. And I'll still be online for a while. Unless all of a sudden, COVID-2 Electric Boogaloo really just tries to hit me. I'll be live again tomorrow, probably for a while. So until next time, I will see you guys later. Take care of yourselves, drink the water you need to drink, take the meds you need to take, and if you need to go to sleep, get some rest. I will see you guys tomorrow. I will see ya.